Now I can put my tarp bag on because they're not sticking up anymore. Oh yeah. All right, so I definitely wanted to get this shelf built before I put the tarp on because I knew those were gonna stick up, and it was just easier for me, instead of measuring them, just to go ahead and mount them and then cut them off at the top. So I got my first shelf built for the refrigerator here. I'm also going to have a shelf for like power, my batteries and stuff, and then I think I'm gonna build another shelf. And check this out. I am so happy right now. Look at this huge tarp all over this whole thing. Now this is amazing. Dang it. This 30 by 30 tarp is hanging out like more than 2 foot on this side, and then it's covering this whole shelter, and it's continuing over the garage area that I built out here. Look at this. This is awesome. And look, even a couple of foot of overhang even past the garage area. So this just worked out just perfect. We got batteries, we got wires, we got my day night switch that I need to rewire. Got us a dimmer, and we got the battery charger that we're hooking up. Got us a 4-wheeler garage just covered now. Nice fire going, staying warm. So I just moved those batteries from this bird's nest of stuff. It was temporary. I just temporarily wired it up. I knew that I was going to be eventually moving this stuff. So I pretty much just half-aid all of this. I just wrapped my wires around logs and I just have them ran very unneatly and just kind of, like I said, temporary. So I have a lot of rewiring to do today. All right, so it took me quite a bit of time to get to this point to where I'm at, because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna create my wiring harness here. So that took me having to rewire stuff to figure out what I'm wiring into the wiring harness. Like I got a dimmer up front that dims and turns on lights there going across where the white is, and then I have lights here that light up here and outside on the other side of this wall running off the dimmer switch. So I had to run a wire all the way to that dimmer switch from these lights, and then I had to run a hot wire to actually go all the way back to that dimmer switch and power it. So I got that a part of my wiring harness, and then I have 2 dimmer switches here. What they're going to be running, I'm not sure yet, but I know in the future I'm going to be using them. So I also have a hot going from the battery to run these 2 dimmers here. So this bundle of wires right here, I'm actually going to wire on this battery here. You with me? So then I got my battery charger here, so I'm gonna run the hot from the battery charger to this battery. Then I created this wire here. It's gonna connect with the battery charger, which I'm hardwiring in with this wire that's gonna connect the 2 positives together to create one battery. I'm gonna turn these two batteries basically into one. This one is going to feed into this positive here, along with my positive wires that I just ran. And then this side is gonna go down to my fuse, and then this one's gonna come out of my fuse into the actual inverter. Now that I have all the wires that I know are going to be coming over here, now I can start creating my wiring harness. There we go. I'm about to do a couple more. Squish it good. Alright, there's one connection. Let's put our protective thing over it, and that'll help hold it together. Alright, one connection down there. All right. Got that one. Got that one. Now this one has got to reach the fuse. I think we'll bring it around this way like that. Down to the fuse box. There we go. We just created one side of our wiring harness. That is awesome. All right, so we got our hot here. Here's our hot end of this. So that's coming out, so we can actually charge other batteries if we need to, give other stuff power or test stuff or whatever. So that's gonna be very convenient to have there. And we have our hot side all wired up, looking pretty clean. And then we got our leads out here to power our lights and switches. So got them together. Down to the fuse, got that wired up, and the inverter. So now I'm gonna unhook all the positive here and start working on the negative side. And I'm not ready for it all to be hooked up yet, so I'm gonna unhook that. That way when I'm working on the negative, nothing's hooked up. There we go. We're safe. So now I'm gonna take black wire and do the same thing. Hook up the charger and hook up the negative side of our output to our lights, and then bring it down to negative on the inverter. This should be legit. All right, everything looks wired up pretty clean. Got our positive wiring harness here. Got the negative all separated. I mean, it looks good to me. Got the charger hooked up. So now all I have to do is run the extension cord to the generator and plug our charger up. See what happens. Now I can start running some lights. I have absolutely 0 lights hooked up. Earlier I was spending time doing that, adding lights. I put 4 here, 4 here, 4 there, 2 up there, 4 here to kind of light up the ground here in the garage. Rewiring everything, doing it all prettier and nicer. I had wires just wrapped around everything. Now I'm just wiring them a lot nicer across areas along the ceiling and the roof. We charging 75%. Check this out. Got lights. Garage is lit. And we got our dimmer over here, which controls the back there. And our lights right here. Try this drill instead of that freaking hammer drill. Man, that thing's so loud, it was echoing. See how this thing does. Alright. Yeah, I definitely need to use the drill more. Dang. It's a lot quieter. Oh yeah, screws it down tight too. Oh, that is so much quieter. I don't know why I've used that hammer drill for so long. That thing is so loud. Alright, I gotta add 2 more boards. One on this side, one on that side. We'll have a nice top shelf. This turned out really nice. I love it. So up here I have my batteries charging and stuff like that. Heck yeah. The power strip here. This is running off the generator. So I have all my battery chargers and all that hooked up to the strip that's powered by the generator. That way all my stuff will charge when the generator is on. Then the batteries, I'm just relying on those to pretty much run the refrigerator, maybe a lamp at night if I want to, but man, 2 more boards. This thing's gonna be cool. A little bit of character so far. 1 more board. Thanks for watching, y'all.